Zomato and you're wondering whether or not it makes sense to buy right now. We're going to do that at the start of every show. So if you've got a specific question for us, make sure you call in and we'll have a team ready to receive your call. So we'll figure that out. For now, let's turn to the equity markets and see where they are right now. And we have gains across the board. It's a very strong start to trade, and we're very close to the high point of the day on the benchmark Nifty 50, 400 plus points gained. And we're building on gains from a Friday where we saw the biggest intraday gain in as many as 5 months. Of course, over the weekend, you had a major development in the form of the assembly election results, where it was a sweep by the Mahayukti coalition in Maharashtra. And that also is contributing to some of the gains because of political continuity, at least in Maharashtra. The broader markets also looking quite good. And in fact, if anything, are gaining even more than the benchmark, close to 2% gains for the Nifty Mid-Cap Index and about that same amount for the Nifty Small-Cap Index, 2% or so. And most of the sectors are trading in the green. Nifty Bank is particularly leading the gains, and the PSU Banking Index as much as 4.5% there. And you have several others that are also leading gains. In fact, all of the sectors are currently in the green. On that note, let me introduce our guests for the day. We've got a couple joining in. In fact, we've got Saurabh Jain, who is the equity head research at SMC Global Securities, as well as Vinay Rajani, who is the senior tech and derivative analyst at HDFC Securities. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time. We'll come to you just a short while. I believe that we do have our first caller on this new program. And in fact, let's speak to her. Hi, thanks so much for calling. Can you tell us your name and where you're tuning in from?
Hi, so my name is Mishti and I'm calling from Kolkata. So I wanted to ask a query about Zomato.
Sure.
Can I start?
Yes, please go ahead.
So I have around 1,000 stocks, which is shares of Zomato, which I bought a year ago, around the price of 42.
Wow.
And I wanted to know what should I do next. Like, I want to hold it for next 3 years, and if I can also add at the current price. Okay,
Mishti, can you quickly tell us what you were thinking when you bought it at that price? Because it's a very attractive price, 42. A lot of investors today will be thinking or wishing that they had bought it at that price.
So I'm actually very new in this investing thing. I was watching one of the programming, and I was reading about it. So I really thought, because it's being a monopoly in the sector, actually can do better. So I bought it at 42. And you'll be surprised to know that I actually sold a part of it and sponsored my trip to Kochi.
Wow.
So it was a very good investment.
So you bought 1,000 shares, I believe. How many? And you're in a significant gain right now. How much do you currently hold?
I have around 800.
Sure.
I sold 200 for a trip. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go across to Saurabh then. Saurabh, you've heard the question from Mishti. She's bought at a very, very attractive price, and I think a lot of investors will be very jealous of that. Would you consider buying more at the current price? What is the view on Zomato?
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me on the show. Congratulations, Mishti, for your first investment as you are new to the markets. And to my mind, I think at that time, all the bad news was there, and that is why the stock was hammered down, and you bought at the very good price. Now, being included in the Sensex means a lot of money will be coming into the stock, because many of the passive and active funds will start investing in this stock. There are so many index funds and overseas funds which do track Sensex, and that is the reason why the stock is up. Now you want to hold it for the next 2-3 years. The company has done a lot of homework. I mean, in the last few quarters, we have seen a lot of turnaround. The Blinkit is going to be a 10,000 crore company, and in Zomato they are EBITDA positive quite a while before, and now they are earning money. So from 3 years perspective also, the stock is looking good to me. You can hold it. But from fresh investment, I would certainly say not, because the valuations are still on the higher side.
All right. So it is now time to start taking more queries. And a lot of you have written in on WhatsApp, but we are encouraging more of you to call in and speak to us directly. On that note, I think we've got another caller. Let me find out who this is. Hi, thanks so much for calling Ask Profit. This is Alex. What is your name and where are you tuning in from?
Hi, I'm Subhavin. I'm from Tamil Nadu. So I have bought Ujjivan Small Finance Bank at the rate of 43. I hold 10,000 quantities. So now it is around 33 something, 32, 33 something.
That's right.
So my query is that it has fallen around 20% for me. So is it best time to average it, or is it time to sell?
Okay.
Or
so Subhavel,
yeah.
I got your question. So, but just want to find out so that my experts know how to guide you. When you bought this, what was the time frame that you had in mind?
My time frame is 1 year. I bought it just 1 month back.
Okay. Okay, got it. So I'll get you a relatively short.
In the MFI sector, this stock has, I think, they hold around 65% of their financial portfolios to MFI sector.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know how the MFI sector will perform, or is it bottomed out, or is it time to buy this kind of MFI stocks?
Okay. So because it's a 1 year query or a 1 year view, Subhavel, I'm going to go across to Vinay just to get you a perspective on the technical charts and see how the levels are looking there and whether or not it makes sense to average. I'll also get a view from Saurabh on the fundamentals. Vinay, I'm just coming to you on the charts. Ujjivan, how does it look on the charts, and would you say that it's a good idea to average at the current price?
Yeah, good morning and thanks for having me on the show. So the stock has actually hit an all-time high at 61 in the month of December 2023, and from that level the stock is already trading 50% lower. So the trend of the stock has been clearly on the downside, and there is no indication of bottom and there is no bullish reversal signs as of now, and in the rising market it is not able to rise. So it is obvious that the stock is looking weak and it has been an underperformer. So overall, I would say that it is not the time to average. Rather, one should look for the pullbacks, as stock has already given 50% correction. There could be a chance of sharp pullback. I'm not saying that it will be a reversal, or I'm not confirming that, but yes, there could be a pullback, but pullback should be utilized to exit the long positions. There are many stocks in this space, financial space, which we like technically and fundamentally as well. So better to switch this particular stock on the rally. So wait for rally to come. Right now market is settling down. We can expect some pullback from 32 level. It can go up to 37, 38, but at that level one can utilize that opportunity to exit the long position this particular stock. There are many other stocks in the private banking space and PSU banking space that we like so this particular stock should be switched and to the some good fundamental and technical setup stock. So I would suggest that exit this stock from this particular financial space at higher level, and you can prefer going long in the stocks like Karur Vysya Bank, Federal Bank, and Bank of India from the PSU space. These are the stable companies, good quarterly results and guidance, and technical setups are also quite convincing. So utilize rallies to exit the long position. That would be my advice.
That's a good point that you raised, Vinay. Thanks so much for that view. I just want to quickly go across, Saurabh, to you. Subhavel is asking about the MFI space specifically, and the microfinance space, and this is where there has been a little pressure on delinquencies, that is bad loans cropping up, where some of the lenders have faced a little bit of a problem. What he's asking is, has this bottomed out, and do we see an improvement in the second half of the year? What is your own reading of this scenario?
Difficult to say, Alex, whether things have been bottomed out. I think the space is seriously struggling with the higher delinquency rate, and that is why the stock was a laggard. I mean, it was an underperformer, and I think Subha will try to buy the stock at 52-week low, and again the stock started making fresh lows. I don't think so. The problem has gone away. It still persists, and it is not advisable to stick with a microfinance lender which is struggling with the balance sheet. So my advice would be to get out of it, and rather. If you want to park your money in the banking space, I think in the PSU space, a small bank is there. With the small stock price, that is Bank of Maharashtra, you can switch your money in that and wait for next 2 to 3 years.
All right, we've got one more caller, and I will then take a lot more questions from WhatsApp, but I believe we've got a caller. Can you tell me who you are? And thanks so much for calling Ask Profit, first of all. This is Alex.
Hi, Alex. I'm Kunal from Chennai.
Hi, Kunal. How can I help you today?
Yeah, so I have 10 shares in L&T, at 36.38 a piece, and I'd like to get a long-term insight on, if I could hold this longer.
Okay.
That will be helpful.
Okay, so this is a fundamental buy and you've got 10 shares. And would it be right to assume that you would like to accumulate this over a period of time? Is this a portfolio stock?
Definitely, I think you've got it right.
Okay. All right, Kunal, let me get a view from the fundamental expert, Saurabh. Saurabh, Larsen and Toubro bought not too long back, but the question is, should you accumulate? And this is an interesting question at a time when there is a conversation about the second half of this financial year being better than the first half in terms of capex. We've got 5 lakh crore plus on the order book of Larsen and Toubro. Would you suggest that it's a good idea to buy more at this price?
Absolutely right, Alex. I think it is a portfolio stock. You can nimble in whenever you find any kind of a correction in the market and in the stock. And in last 6 months usually are good for all the infrastructure player. I mean, this is a conglomerate, and I think the government spending plus the normal spending will drive the order book, and the execution rate will also improve in the second half of the financial year, and probably going next year also. I think things are looking quite good. Company like Larsen and Toubro should be in your portfolio and stay put for long term.
Okay. All right. We have to take a very quick break, but we've got several questions that are already piling up. So do stay tuned. We'll take them on the other side of this break.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the Large Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow, the newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the Large Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow, the newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the Large Street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow, the newsmakers, the
Hi, welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, and we're in the midst of taking all of your questions. And let me quickly run to WhatsApp, because a lot of you have already messaged us on that number that you see on the screen. And a couple of you want to know about Hyundai. Shilu from Chennai has bought during the IPO stage at 1960 is the price that she got, of course. And we've also got Sai, who has bought at the IPO stage about 7 shares is what he got, and he's wondering whether to hold for the long term. Saurabh, a lot of people that got allocation have held on, but they've not really been rewarded for their patience or in fact getting in at that IPO stage. Would you suggest to hold for the long term though?
If you look at the industry per se is struggling with the sales. Earlier, there was assumption that the higher single-digit growth will be coming in this financial year. But after the first half and this festive season, I think the things what are looking is that it would be sub 5% kind of a growth. In the case of Hyundai, I think the SUV segment is a major share, has a major share, which is doing pretty okay. But yes, the market gives price for the growth, and the growth in the volumes is not coming. And I do not expect any changes in terms of improvement going till the financial year end. So I think till then it should be avoided.
I believe we've got Shobhit on the phone line, and he wants to know about Indian hotels. What do you want to know, Shobhit? Thanks so much for calling. Good morning.
Good morning. I had purchased Indian hotels at 112, and I'm holding around 1350 of the quantity of Indian hotels.
Right.
I want to ask if I should take some money off the table and reinvest if the market goes down, or if I should hold it.
Okay.
Now that the stock has significantly run up.
Yes. All right. And are you also planning to reinvest for the long term, or are you looking at a strategic play here?
Yeah, I'm looking to reinvest if the market goes down.
Understood.
And if this can go up longer, even higher, then I can stay in the stock for unlimited amount of time.
Yes, okay, all right. And congratulations for the acquisition price, Shobhit. You've got it at a very, very attractive price. Vinay, I'm coming to you on Indian hotels. We've got Shobhit who's sitting on a profit of 9+ lakhs. He can take some money off the table is what he's saying. You heard it. Should he do that?
So stock is already trading at its all-time high. The recent quarterly results were quite fantastic, and the guidance given by the company was very good, and that is why the stock has run up after the result announcement. And this is one of the Tata Group company which is doing excellently well and clearly into an uptrend. So better not to anticipate any particular top. There is no technical evidence which suggests me that one should exit the long position, because stock can remain overbought in the longer run also. So overall, the quite good setup, technical and the recent announcement, the quarterly results were quite good. I think one should continue to ride the winners. He's having one of the winner, and the stock is continuously outperforming. So the resilient stock should be there in the portfolio. So instead, if he's looking for some liquidity and looking to use that liquidity for some other purpose, then he can withdraw some of the money from this particular investment. But if he's looking for the another investment in the stock market, then I would not suggest to do that, because this is one of the winner he's holding and continue to ride this rally in the winner. So that would be the best strategy. So if he's looking for some liquidity for personal use, then he can withdraw some money. But otherwise, I think this stock can be held. And this is not the time to anticipate any top. There is no signal technicals. So and overall hotel industry has been doing well since COVID, and the trend is still continuing. So I would suggest that one can continue to hold the investment position if he's not looking for some using that money for some personal use.
Fair point, Shobhit. Hopefully that answers your question. And once again, congratulations for having made the acquisition when you did. What a winner you've got in your portfolio. Sulochana has got the next question. She's asking about Adani Enterprises, and she hasn't told me what level she bought at, Saurabh, but she's wondering whether to hold, to add more at this point. The group companies, the stocks have made quite a comeback, quite a rally post the bit of a drop that they saw in the last week. Would you suggest holding on to Adani Enterprises?
See, after this recent episode of filing in the US District Court and the SEC making some kind of allegation about the group, I think it is better to avoid for the timing. I think as an investor, I think corporate governance comes first into the picture. Until the clouds get over, I think one should refrain.
Fair point. I just want to point out that this is NDTV Profit you are watching as part of the NDTV group. It is owned by the Adani group. And, well, this does not have any bearing on what our experts have to say. I believe we've got another caller calling from Srinagar. Hi, thanks so much for calling. What's your name and how can I help you?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Hanif. I just bought about 20,000 shares of Gail.
Okay.
And just want a suggestion whether to hold or buy.
What level did you buy at, Hanif?
Yeah, 189.
Okay. And what was the time frame that you anticipated and what was the thinking when you bought Gail?
Just keep on hold for about 3 months. Huh?
3 months. All right, 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's a tactical play. Vinay, on the charts, he's already seeing a gain and quite considerable gain at that. The stock is up in about 4% today. 3-month view on Gail.
Yeah, so stock has run up by 20 rupees in last 3 trading sessions. The recent swing low was 180 and now it's trading at 200. So today's high of 201 is exactly its 200 days exponential moving average, which can be considered a short-term hurdle or short-term resistance for the stock. But the way it has reversed in last week, if I were to look at the candlestick pattern, it was a clear-cut bullish reversal pattern, the hammer candlestick pattern in technical terms, we can say. So it is a typical, we can say, a bullish reversal pattern. And PSU space after the Maharashtra election results announcement, entire PSU space has seen bullish momentum coming back into that particular sector. So overall sector is doing good. The bullish reversal patterns are there on the weekly chart. So there could be 1 or 2 or 3 days consolidation for short term. But if he is taking a 3 months view, then I feel that this stock should do well. The after 201, the resistance which I see for this particular stock is around 216, which happens to be the previous swing high. So 216. So yes, he can expect almost 8 to 9% further upside if this particular 201 resistance gets taken out on the short term. So overall, yes, it is a hold, and next resistance or target for 3 months should be 216. That is a level one can look for liquidating some of the investment or trading positions from this particular stock.
Yeah, that initial resistance is not too far away, just 40 paise or 50 paise. Hope that answers the question that you had, Hanif, and congratulations to you as well for the price that you acquired Gail at. I believe we've got Sriram calling in from Chennai. Sriram, good morning to you. And what is the question that you have? You have ICICI Bank, right?
Yes, good morning, and thanks for taking the call. Yes, I have bought ICICI Bank some time back at the rate of 900 rupees, and I have 100 shares. And I would like to go ahead and invest more, top it up around 2 to 3 lakhs with a long-term perspective.
Okay. And when did you buy this, Sriram?
Yes, sorry, go ahead. I bought it about a year to plus before. It's more than a year now.
And you bought it on the basis of long-term fundamentals, yes?
Yes. I have a long-term view only now. And I do have other stocks like SBI, HDFC, each invested in 5 lakhs.
Sure.
My target is on these good banks. I want to keep my investment at 5 lakhs in HDFC, ICICI, and SBI.
Okay.
So is it good to invest in ICICI at this moment to top it up to that?
Got it. I got your question. Let me take it across to the fundamental expert, Saurabh Jain. Saurabh, ICICI Bank, it's been a front runner in the banking space and one of the banks that has actually outperformed in the sector in terms of stock price performance as well. It's up and about in trade today. Would you suggest buying right now though, or is there a better prospect in the banking space?
I mean, of course, he can buy more ICICI Bank. The valuation comfort is there. The growth is higher than the industry average. This time around, also the company posted good set of numbers. There was a 10% kind of a growth of in the net interest income. The balance sheet is quite pristine. I mean, the NPAs are lower and the provision coverage ratio is higher. There was about 15% kind of a growth in the business. So the strategy looks good to me. Even the banking sector per se looks good to me. He has bought HDFC Bank, ICICI, SBI. I would suggest him to even if he wishes to have more exposure in the PSU banking space. PSU bank space, I mean, there are a lot of good banks which have even more valuation comfort than the private counterparts. For example, Canara Bank, Indian Bank offers good opportunities.
Opportunities in the banking space. All right, we've got more options for you as well, Sriram, apart from ICICI Bank. Thanks for that view, Saurabh. Let me go across to Vinay on a question on BASF, and this is a question from Sheetal. And she's asking whether to hold or sell. She's bought at a price of 7,800, Vinay. So let's pull up the chart and see where it's currently trading. So it's below, significantly below her buy price. It's lost quite a bit of ground since she bought it. So should she buy at this juncture or should she exit her investment?
Yeah, so the stock made an all-time high at 8750 in the month of October 2024. So 1 month back only it hit an all-time high and it was in a clear-cut uptrend, but somehow for some reason it has come down, and this month only it is down by 24.5%. Now after falling this much, the stock has reached to the long-term support of 200 days exponential moving average, which is placed around 5600. So if some stock which was previously performing very well and was in a clear-cut uptrend, so after falling 25% or 27% from its all-time high or recent swing high, the stock has reached to the long-term support. So what would I would suggest is that wait for some time, do not panic, because this is one of the stock which is in which primary trend of the counter is still positive. So it has fallen steep and sharp fall was there, and now it is at support. So we can expect some pullback. Pullback cannot be ruled out here. So I'm expecting some sort of recovery from this level, and this could be a level of 6600 could be the next level up to which it can show some recovery. So do not panic at this particular level. Wait for some higher level to come, and then we will again review if we get chance for that. So I would suggest that wait for that, as it is one of the good stock and the primary trend is still up. So wait for 6600 to come. Around that level, you can liquidate the position and think of another investment.
All right, we've got callers and the phone's been ringing off the hook. So thanks so much for tuning in and for reaching out to us. Amit, I believe, tuning in from Bengaluru, has got a question for us. Popular stock ITC, and he's making quite a bit of money. What's your question, Amit?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Amit from Bangalore. I work in telecommunication and data center industry.
Yes.
I have purchased ITC at an average price of 425.
Right.
Over a period of last 1 year. And my goal is to withdraw the whole investment exactly around 3 years. I have to meet some requirements.
Yes.
So exactly after 3 years from now.
Yes.
So kindly suggest, shall I buy more at the current price, or shall I sell the existing?
I just want to understand, Amit, what the thesis is. Okay, so you've been buying and your average price is, of course, it's below the current market price. What was the thesis behind which you decided to buy ITC?
Yes, so ITC has been venturing into multiple areas of consumer business. And being in sales industry, I travel a lot and I stay in ITC hotel, and I always see the quality is very good. I always go to the next level.
Okay. And what are your expectations when you think about the return potential?
Average 15 to 20% should be more than the average mutual fund.
Got it. All right. So let me go across to Saurabh, since your question is for 3 years. Already it's an attractive buy price, Saurabh, and you heard what the thesis is. Amit travels, as he pointed out, and he stayed in the hotels business. And in fact, that is one of the talking points after the quarter results as well. Would you suggest that he can add more at this current price?
I think it is better to get diversified. I think he has bought a good company. I mean, 15-20% CAGR is possible with the ITC. Hotel is just a part. I think major business comes from the tobacco and then the FMCG. Then there is a hotel, then there is a paper business. So lot of small business segments are there, and all of them are doing good. So he can buy certainly more of ITC, but I would rather suggest to buy the banking. And the banking names, as we have just now spoken, like ICICI Bank, maybe SBI, are good for investment for next 2-3 years. So in that way, he will be diversified, and the target return can easily be achieved.
All right. Hope that answers your question, Amit, and thanks so much for calling. We've got another caller, I think from Hyderabad, if I'm not mistaken. Sandeep, is that right? Sandeep, thanks so much for joining in.
Sir.
Good morning to you.
Thank you, sir.
How can we help you?
Sir, I bought Reliance shares, 200 shares at 1350.
Okay.
And I would like to add more. I have been tracking Reliance from 1220 and also, but I couldn't get it at that time because I thought it will further go down. But right now it is at 1290 levels. Is it the right time to buy or add more?
And what is your time horizon?
6 months. Yeah. 6 months, sir.
Okay, 6
And I'm
months.
expecting around 1500 also. I'm not sure because it has reached to that level earlier.
Yeah. It has, right. Let me go across to the technical expert on this question, since it's a relatively short-term question. Sandeep, Vinay, on the charts, it's dropped quite a bit, Reliance Industries, but it has recovered over the last couple of sessions. It's up and about in trade today as well. Is this a good price to add at? And is 1500 a target that is possible this year? Or not this year, but maybe in the next few months?
Yes, it looks very much possible. The stock has corrected more than 20%, and one of our Diwali picks from the fundamental side was Reliance Industries. So definitely we have a bullish view on Reliance fundamentally, and technically also it was looking oversold. And whenever this type of large cap stocks falls more than 20%, 23%, fundamental are attractive and looks good. So definitely rather than looking for some trend reversal signs or breakouts on the charts, one should buy and accumulate the stocks when stock comes down and starts reversing. So there was some early indication of getting oversold on the charts, and now for last two trading sessions this is rising, and this is one of the good stock, and we have seen that in the history this stock has given fantastic returns to the investors. So yes, we can expect a level of 1500 in next 3-4 months or 6 months or so. So this is one of the large cap stock which is looking attractive. And if you were to compare it with the mid cap small cap space, this large cap index has actually underperformed since long. So the ratio chart indicates that now from here on the large cap should participate in the market, and major risk reward ratio and the safety margin of safety is much higher in this kind of stock. So yes, one can start accumulating this stock, and we can expect a target of more than 1500 in next 6 months.
Okay, all right. So that's quite the upside for Reliance Industries. All right. The next question we're taking is from Amandeep Singh, who's writing in on WhatsApp and asking about the hydropower and energy sector in India, looking to buy at this juncture and hold for the next 7 to 8 years. Sort of on the fundamentals, which stock in this space would you suggest is a good one to buy?
First of all, energy utility sector is looking quite good, from the investment point of view in India. The government focus is quite a lot on the green energy. From the hydropower, one stock that is coming to mind is Satluj Jal Vikas Nigam. The company has done several packs with the several states, and a lot of capex activity is also going with in the company. A lot of capacity is expected to go streamline the next 1-2 years, giving fillip to the both revenue and profitability. The valuations are on the lower side. So if you are looking anything for the long term, for example, for 7-8 years, I think it can be a good bet.
I believe we've got another caller. I'm not sure where they're tuning in from. Hi, thanks so much for joining, and I believe you're calling from Chennai. What's your name and what's your question?
Yeah, hi. This is Kumar from Chennai.
Hi, Kumar.
The question is regarding BLS International,
right?
The visa processing company.
Yes.
So I hold this share, just bought as a first thing, 150 shares at the price of 380 rupees. So I would like to have a long-term view of BLS International.
Okay. Can you help me understand? So you recently bought it, I would assume, looking at the stock price right now. What was the thinking, Kumar, when you bought it?
Okay, so BLS International is an oligopolistic player in the visa processing environment, and there are very few players in the world, and they have got business operations in India and outside of India. So, and their business performance is also really good. But the stock is really volatile, going up and down. So that's the reason I want to know how this looks like on a long-term basis, considering their near monopolistic business.
Got it. And Kumar, just last question, how long would you think you would like to hold this for? What is your definition of long term?
Okay, this is like at least minimum 5 years. That's what I'm looking at.
Fantastic. All right. So willing to have patience. Kumar, thanks so much for your question. I'm going to go across to Saurabh on this one. Saurabh, on the fundamentals, BLS International stock is up about 20% in the year so far. But as Kumar has pointed out, it's been chop and churn. It's been quite a bit of volatility that the stock has witnessed. Would you hold for 5 years? Would you add more?
I won't be able to comment on this. It's not in coverage, but on the prima facie, the stock is looking expensive to me.
Okay, since there is no coverage on the fundamentals, let me go across, Kumar, and get your view on the technicals. It seems you already have a pretty good handle on the fundamentals anyway. Vinay, on the charts, how does it look? It's been quite a bit of volatility, as Kumar has pointed out. What are the trends telling you?
Yeah, so for last 10 months, stock has gone nowhere and it is into a complete consolidation. At higher level, it is finding resistance, and at lower level, it is finding support. So trend is not, there is no momentum in this particular counter for last 10 months. So what I would suggest is that if he is holding a long position, then I think the 200 days moving average is placed at 360. That is a long-term support. So if that is holding, then one can continue to hold. Otherwise, if this level, the support level of 200 days moving average is broken or breached, so exit the long position. That would be my advice. And 200 days average is placed at 360. So simple advice is there: hold with a stop loss of 360. And if it sustains below that, then one should exit and look for some other opportunities.
Okay. All right. The last caller for today is a lucky one. Baljit is logging in from Gurugram. Baljit, thanks so much for calling. Good morning to you. How can I help you?
Good morning, sir. My query regarding Cochin Shipyard share.
Got it.
I am holding 50 share of Cochin Shipyard at the rate of 1735. I want to ask you, can I buy more now?
Okay. And what is the time horizon that you had in mind, Baljit, when you bought it?
I can keep 1 or 2 years.
1 or 2 years. And you bought it based on the fundamentals, or did you like the stock and the way that it had performed in the stock market?
Only I don't have any experience. Just purchase on my own consciousness.
Got it. Understood. So let me go across to Vinay and get a question to him based on the technicals. Vinay, it's a stock that is gaining quite considerably in trade today. You know what? I'm going to add to that. We're talking about Cochin Shipyard. Why don't I also add Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders? Riddhi Jain has got a question on this. She's bought at levels of 5572. Let's pull up the chart and see where it's currently trading. We've got Baljit, who is bought at relatively elevated levels, so he's wondering whether to hold on at this point. And Riddhi's also bought, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let's pull up Mazagon Dock let's pull up Mazagon Dock and see where it is right now. It's at 4158. So Riddhi's also bought at slightly elevated levels. Vinay, on the charts, how do these two look?
Yeah, so Cochin Shipyard was oversold and clearly into a downtrend, was trading below all the important moving averages. But for last 2 trading sessions, we can see some recovery. And as I said, that after the Maharashtra election result announcement, this PSU space and entire defense space has shown some traction, and momentum is coming back into the sector. And stock has witnessed a heavy sell-off from the higher level. The all-time high was 2872. Now the stock is trading at 1363. I'm talking about Cochin Shipyard. So yes, and there is a bit of a positive divergence I can see on the oscillators which we track. So there is a good chance that this can show the extension of the pullback which has started for last 2 trading session. And as its cost is above 1700, and yes, there could be a chance that if recent lows are not broken, then definitely the stock can reach to a target above 1700 also. So overall good setup. After falling, it has started moving up, and pullback can be larger than this. So yes, continue to hold for higher level, and he can expect his cost to come back. And talking about the Mazagon Dock is looking stronger. Relatively, it is better placed than Cochin Shipyard. So Mazagon Dock is looking good to me, and it has started moving up. The next resistance which I see for the Mazagon Dock is around 4800, and the support which I see for the Mazagon Dock is around 3850. So 3850 is a strong base. Unless that is broken, one should not worry and wait for the higher level to come. So 3850 becomes the strong support or can be utilized as a stop loss. And on the higher side, I'm expecting next resistance or target could be around 4800 in Mazagon Dock.
Okay. All right. Gentlemen, on that note, Saurabh and Vinay, thank you so much for joining in and for answering all the questions today. We had a Ask Profit in a new avatar today, and we got so many callers. I'm glad that you were able to help so many of our viewers today. Now, I do want to point out that we've got live programming through the day. We will continue to bring you updates on the stock market, so do stay tuned. We'll be back with Ask Profit tomorrow at 10:30. Remember, it's at 10:30 and not at 11:30, so tune in at that time and we'll take a lot of your questions. So log in at that point. Thanks so much for watching. This is NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
When the whole day passes like a blur, the news just whizzes past, and you're trying to stay informed. It is our job to bring you news that truly matters. At Profit 360, we cut through the clutter, the large street deals, finance and policy news that could shape your tomorrow. The newsmakers, the trendsetters, and the innovators. In 30 minutes, we've got you covered. So stay ahead, stay informed, and stay profitable with Profit 360.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching the Smid Show on NDTV Profit. I'm Harsh Saita. With me is Puneet Javeri. And, very interesting management, Puneet. Today we have the Managing Director of PG Electroplast, Mr. Vikas Gupta, joining us. Welcome, sir. It's an interesting inflection point, and for viewer context, I want to quickly take you through what PG does. So PG Electroplast basically is into EMS, which is electronic manufacturing. Of course, it's a hot sector at the moment. The stock also has had a hot run. It's been nearly a three-bagger in the last 12 months, so been very solid. What's it doing now? it's entered into a new partnership for assembly of EVs and lithium-ion batteries. What this means in terms of the company, how much in terms of diversification does this mean? And for that, we have Mr. Gupta, of course, giving us perspective. Welcome, Mr. Gupta. Pleasure having you here. Good morning. I want to ask you with regard to this latest partnership, what does it mean for PG Electroplast? Is it more of the same, or are you now going to, does this agreement mean that you're going to enter new products going forward? What does it mean?
Good morning, Harsha. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. Basically, please understand, EV is certainly a very exciting sector, and we are looking to see how we can get into that. So we have been working on that for last 6-8 months, and we have tied up with Spiro. Spiro is Africa's largest two-wheeler EV manufacturer, and we have entered into a kind of a manufacturing agreement with them. And we will be starting the manufacturing of two-wheeler EVs and the battery packs in maybe first quarter of FY26. So we'll be setting up a dedicated manufacturing setup in state of Maharashtra in our existing facility near Pune. It's a kind of a contract manufacturing agreement where the IP belongs to Spiro, and we'll be doing a kind of a prescriptive manufacturing. So we will be making an investment of almost around 25 to 30 crores initially, and that's a brief download on that.
Fair point. So just in terms of the investment itself, it's not significant. So I'm sure that internal accruals plus the fundraising you're doing should take care of it. But what does it do in terms of your top line, and how quickly are you going to be able to start churning out product from this as part of this new partnership?
So we are looking to start production, as I told you, in quarter 1 of FY26.
Right.
And we are looking at a revenue of almost around 500 crores in the by the second year of operation of this EV manufacturing. And going forward, we are also looking at localizing much more content domestically. And let us see how it goes. We are very excited and very bullish on this category.
Mr. Gupta, good morning, sir. It's Puneet this side joining in as well. Thank you so much for joining us today. Just wanted to, take forward. So by FY